All right, Coyote Nation. Well, welcome to episode number 9, following a polite demonstration of how to dominate a football game. We, of course, are brought to you by Farmers Bank and Trust for all of your financial needs. We've got our mugs right here. Listen, it's a great team that's over there, all of them. So make sure you check them out, hit them up. Man, my wife has been on me. Hey, let's get everything fully switched over to Farmers for our personal stuff. We've obviously have our Coyote Football Network accounts with them, and they've always taken great care of us. And I know they will do the same for you guys at home that are watching this. So if you've been banking with a large institution, you might as well find someone that is definitely invested in the community.
For sure.
There's nothing like that local touch and personal feel of a banker. And this team here in Anna and Farmers wants to do just that for you guys. So
they
hit
know
them up.
they know Anna. They've got some good Anna folks in there working.
Mm-hmm.
The whole staff is so good. They're every time, every single time you walk in, it's like you're coming home. It's really nice. So
I'm coming home. I'm gonna stop singing so we don't get DMCA'd. Hey, I'm Blake Grundy.
I'm Phil Morgan,
and he's got a better voice than I do.
And there is no chance we're getting DMCA'd for anything we sing. I promise, because it's got to be recognizable.
Listen,
to break copyright laws.
Listen, we may have just lost all of our audience from there off
there
the roof
we
with
go.
me singing.
Look, we had a good game, and by good game I meant we had a really good game. We gave up a late touchdown, or else it would have been a shutout.
Mm-hmm.
It was just. It was a fluke, one missed tackle, and that's all it was in the end. Great dominance, and that's what you want to see. And
Sure.
and look, the thing that made it even more, I think, spectacular, and I'm going to say spectacular. I like that word, spectacular. Was we got to see Tristan Nylander start the game.
Yeah,
and there was no beat skipped. Like, Tristan got in there and had a really good game. So it's really cool to watch. And not just him, but several other guys got
three
to start.
quarterbacks, by the way.
We saw 3 quarterbacks in the game.
That may be a first in
Was
my
it
time
Asher
here.
Tombrella?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we got to see him towards the end of the game. Really, really fun night.
Yeah.
I look, all kudos to the Jones family and all the stuff that they've built down there. But I will say, it just felt like a practice facility. It felt weird. Like the dynamic in there is just, it's so
sterile.
It's sterile. Everything kind of blends together. I was telling Danny McFadden, shout out to Danny McFadden for all the hard work
Danny,
he does.
I'm just getting to see him on the sidelines every single week. You still get to interact with that dude, but he's awesome.
Him and Captured Momentum both out there doing good work.
Yeah.
But Danny, I was telling Danny before, I said it reverberates everything in there, and the sound becomes whoa, 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 and you don't distinguish anything. What was especially funny were all the parents screaming at their kids again, still trying to coach from the stands, thinking that being further away, they might get heard. But all we heard was you don't hear anything at all. It just becomes a mesh of nothing. So that part was hard. But what wasn't difficult was watching our Coyotes excel, do what they do, and do it really well. There were some great flashes. There were some sad moments in this game that we'll get into and talk about, I'm sure. But overall, man, we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah. Speaking of sound, you know what I heard?
I don't know.
On Thursday night?
Tell me.
Especially when I was watching back some of those clips. Some vuvuzelas.
Yes.
Let's go, people.
Let's go,
just
folks.
Come on with them, man.
Can we give the purple-haired ladies a shout-out right
here?
Come
on. Go ahead. Let's shout them out. The purple-haired ladies. We saw them at dinner beforehand.
That's right, we did.
They were already causing a ruckus in the restaurant. And they looked at us and go, hey, if you see us getting kicked out, come with the bail money. We're gonna need you because we're gonna blow the vuvuzelas. And I love that attitude and that spirit. Just like, hey, we're going to be loud, and if they tell us to put them away, cool. We'll put them away and be respectful. But until then, dude, they let us have them at the state championship game at AT&T Stadium. Yeah. Let's just turn places into the fun zone. No need to email, no need to ask. Just if they turn it away, cool. Hey, no worries. We don't got to make a fuss about it.
And for those of you wondering, air horn and the vuvuzelas are different things.
Yes.
So you can easily plead ignorance.
Air horns are specifically disallowed by UIL rules in all athletic contests, indoors or outdoors. Vuvuzelas are not compressed air horns. They are two different things. So for someone that works with the rule book for one of my jobs for a living. I also understand some of the gray areas of how to get around some of that.
There you go.
So with that being said, it was a really fun night. We got to celebrate a lot of kids, and you kind of mentioned, we'll get into a little bit of it. We're going to talk about him here in a little bit, but man, Michael Kennedy.
Yeah, that's
Michael Kennedy, dude, brother. We feel for you. I've got half a mind to, and I'm sure you wouldn't oppose to this. We did it with Aiden Palmer last year.
Man.
Michael Kennedy. If you want to come on and get a stat show right here and sit right here with us, bro, and get some of that action and give us some of that knowledge that you and I don't get.
Yep.
We're not in every team meeting, obviously, nor would we want to be. But come on, Michael Kennedy, you've got an open invite to come and do some segments with us anytime you want.
We've dropped it. It's official. It's out there. It's in the digital universe now. There is an official invitation for Michael Kennedy to come and be a co-host with us.
There's also an official invitation for Ace or Pharrell to hit the Chumley.
At any time, can we hit a Chumley? That's all. We don't ask much.
Listen,
in fact, I don't think we ask anything of them.
Y'all be in the end zone doing your dances after you score, and Ace had a man on an interview with us nonetheless.
Look, I got Pharrell in the end zone, and he was doing a celebration, but it was not the Chumley.
No, he was like reeling in a fish or something. He was doing something like that.
Look,
I was like, okay.
I mean, look, he's got a big bass tournament coming up, I guess, or something. I don't know if he's getting some extra practice for his other competition or what. But look, not bagging on the young man Selly, not going to do that. But I'm just saying somebody could hit a Chumley. That's all I'm asking.
Hit a Chumley. Michael Kennedy, join us. Ace or somebody, hit a Chumley. Y'all are going to have plenty of chances next week. But before we even talk about next week, let's talk about our offense.
Let's do it.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life. From no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another, and much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bring us in.
Yeah, you are.
We're gonna start. Look, we already said it from the rip. Here's the bottom deal, or the bottom line. We had a new starting quarterback for this game, right? Tristan Nylander, number 18. Got to see him right off the jump. He went 5 for 8, 73 yards on the night. Had a great touchdown pass. He had an explosive play of 39 yards. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you, the connection to Keyshawn was pretty. Yeah. It was just pretty. Yeah. Start to finish, good. I mean, it was just, you just felt like he's going to have every chance to make this catch. Yep. And it wasn't even contested. It just dropped right there. It was so well played, so well thrown, and Key did a great job of finishing the play. Yep. And as a result, he was awarded with 6 points, and Coyotes came out screaming because of that. So it was a lot of fun to see that right off the bat.
I loved it. And you know what I loved? There's obviously, I think you and I got plenty of text messages or whatever, but what I loved is that Tristan got some snaps in there when the game was still at its kind of apex. Instead of getting a snap in there with the twos when the game's already blown out, he gets in there and gets a couple of important drives early, which I think only helps his development. If something were to happen to Zai, like God forbid, Zai, stay healthy. I'm knocking on all the wood over here. But it gives Tristan some valuable experience of playing a game 0-0.
As a starter, yeah. I mean, you come out, you get all the pressure of, the opening drive. The reality is every team wants to go out, start fast.
Yes.
They all want to start. They all want to put points on the board, and there's a lot of pressure to that. And Tristan, I mean, look, he is what he is, man. Tristan cracks me up when he gets back there. You don't see a lot of emotion, right? Yep. And he got back there the same fashion, just really even keeled, just kind of went to work.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of did his thing, dropped that big pass in, and 5 for 8 for 73 yards. Young man had a good first quarter.
Yes.
Overall. So Tristan, you're going to end up with 2 stickers from us for the helmet, which is fun. So it's pretty cool, man. Good to see you out there, Tristan. Congratulations.
By the way, side note, we're up to 1,554 stickers passed out on the season.
1,554 stickers.
In case anybody's tracking them at home, that's what's been given out. You can go ahead and update your count total. I know you guys have been eagerly awaiting that number.
Got a little thermometer you're working on at home. Yeah. A little craft on the wall.
Our next guy is our next guy is our leading sticker guy, number 8. Zai Williams, our quarterback, came in and after a couple of series by Tristan, like you mentioned, and Zai had a really, really good night.
Yeah.
Zai, you're going to walk away with 8 stickers for the night. I believe he's sitting at like 75, 76 on the year, our top sticker getter. But Zai, you were 16 for 22 for 263 yards. That's a completion percentage of 73%, rounding up 72.7. We'll round up and give him the extra 0.3.
We always go up around
73%. That's good enough for another one. So 16 to 22, 263 yards, 3 touchdowns. You had explosive passing plays of 58, 36, and 44 yards. And then you also added 7 carries for 55 yards for an average of 7.9 yards per carry and 1 touchdown. Zai, every time I have the opportunity to be the one that talks about you, I end up completely out of breath as I read your stat line, and I love every bit of it. Brother, like,
imagine how I would feel. Like, I mean, you're in better shape than I am. So, like, let's just be honest about it. I'd have to take breaks.
Yeah, and I think the thing I love the most is, like you said, Tristan started the game, and a lot of other players would pout and be like, woe is me, I didn't get the start, like I'm upset or disappointed or whatever, and he didn't do any of that.
Right.
He was just like, he stood by Coach Barr and was like, all right, it's my turn, my drives, like here we go, and came out and was just explosive all night long, picking up big runs when we needed it. That pass of 36 yards was on a 4th and 17 to Spinks for a touchdown, like picking up multiple of these 3rd and longs, 4th and longs. Like
Again, Anna and the quarterbacks are doing exactly what Coach Parr wants.
Yeah.
Distribute the ball, get lots of guys involved. Spinks is case in point. You know, getting him involved and seeing him get involved is really good. But the other side of that was we got a late text last night about our efficiency between both quarterbacks combined. And since we're talking about Zai here and already talked about Tristan, one of our statisticians shot us back the team QBR.
He only sent it to you, by the way.
Did he?
He didn't even send it to me.
Oh, I get the news first. Baby.
What's the deal, Eric Smith?
Woo! A little Ric Flair coming out now.
I'm the one that types up the show sheet. I love it.
I got the trusty little cell phone right here.
I'm actually excited to hear it. So go ahead, hit me with it.
Team QBR, he calculated at 150.7, best of the year, which
for
is,
last night.
Yes, which is nearly perfect in terms of efficiency.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. Outside of a couple missed throws, there were no interceptions. They took good care of the ball, right? No fumbles.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we did that. Now we had some penalties again. Of course, that's something we'll probably talk about at some point in our show. But pretty incredible efficiency when it comes down to elite level efficiency, and that's with a guy starting a game that hasn't started a game for us this year.
Yes.
So that's really cool.
So here's what I just had to do because you hit me with some stats live on the show. Stickers had to be updated because our QB rating is one of our stickers that we get, and so I had to go in there. Tristan, you have 3 now. Zai, you get 9. How many fingers? I almost don't have enough fingers to give you stickers, Zai.
Did you just count your fingers?
So Zai, you're gonna walk away with 9 now with that updated stat. So I love it. Live breaking news on the air like we're Sports Center.
I mean, look, we got some of this.
Little Shefty action going on right there.
Shefty. Oh man, that's great stuff. Well, let me talk about Pharrell.
Go ahead.
Let's move from our quarterbacks to the running back. 5 stickers, Pharrell. Number 22, Pharrell Brown, going to get 5 stickers. 7 carries, 85 yards on the night, a touchdown, found some pay dirt, averaged.
Come on now.
12.1 yards per carry.
No.
12.1 yards per carry.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
No hesitation. 12.1. Okay. He averaged more than a first down per carry. Now, he did have a long of 34. He broke. And on one run, my guy. Can we just say, my guy?
Brother.
Woo!
Brother.
Woo! Woo!
Brother.
I mean, it was just like, whoa, sha, sha. Everywhere he went, it was crazy.
Get him, Adam Stormer.
He was breaking tackles, 7 total broken tackles in one run.
For the record, I counted that on the broadcast live last night as they were doing the replay in the stadium because I was like, he didn't get him, and I was like watching it live, and I was like, okay, let me look up at the big board for the replay, and I started counting them live on. So if you were listening to K Laker Huddle, I started counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, and like they may not have even gotten to see the replay. I don't know. I think Lucas is usually pretty much on top of that. By the way, shout out Lucas for Coyote Vision.
For real.
Man, he's
Coyote
been a huge
Vision
support.
Always look, this is a great place to shout them out.
Yeah.
Talking about Pharrell and them capturing so well what Pharrell did on the field, but they do that every week in and week out. Coyote Vision under Lucas's supervision does an absolutely stellar job of recording these games with great student involvement.
Yep.
That's really cool to watch.
Yes.
Like to see what they do. I know I'll give EJ a shout out because I see him all the time. He and I talk a lot, but those guys are amazing and they work really hard and they put out a really good product every week. So
yeah,
it's a lot of fun to see those guys do what they do. But Pharrell, 5 stickers, my man.
5 stickers for Pharrell Brown. The next guy, number 7, Ace Trailer. You're going to walk away with 2 stickers on the night, and that seems like it's too few.
It feels like it, but
he's going to get talked about here at special teams, things like that. But for Ace, 2 stickers. You had 5 carries for 25 yards. So let me do the math for you guys real quick. That's 5 yards per carry average.
That was a hard one.
Listen, we do the math for you, so you don't have to do it.
They
at
don't
home.
have to do it. That's right.
And 1 touchdown. And then you had 2 catches for 18 yards and a touchdown. And that touchdown catch was a 10-yard touchdown catch. And that was some toe touch magic. My guy had those toes on the sideline. He goes up and high points that ball, comes down, gets both feet in bounds. And I said it, we were in one of Jerry's places. So, of course, why not? Like, you were playing where NFL players play. So let's get 2 of them in. And Ace was like, I could do that.
Might have had some executives watching, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that suite up there was full of suits watching Thursday night's game. So who knows? You never know who's watching you. Always be at your best.
But, Ace, you balled out. You ended up with seven touches on the night, and so that was kind of par for where Pharrell was, and Keyshawn was close, and Carter. Like, so, we kind of got to spread the ball around a little bit, and that was also one of the beauties of our game is a lot of people got some action. And so, Ace, you're going to walk away with 2 offensive stickers on the night. We're going to talk about you here more in a little bit. Don't worry, brother.
Well, let's run into number 6, Keyshawn Miles. 5 stickers, kid. 5 stickers on the night, bro. Like, you and Pharrell are tied for stickers on the offensive side, which is really cool. 5 receptions, 115-yard game for the kid, an average of 23 yards per catch.
Chill.
Sick.
Chill.
Just sick, bro.
My guy.
So you got a touchdown, found pay dirt. We talked about that at the top of the show. But 2 massive plays, 39, 58 yards. I mean, this kid just keeps finding the right gear in the right moments.
Yep.
And I'll just say that first touchdown catch, that touchdown reception was just so pretty. Mm-hmm. It was in stride, hit him right here.
A little bread basket.
I mean, it was nice. Like that whole experience. It looked like Tristan and Key had been doing that their whole lives. It was so fun to watch. Key, we got no shortage of love for you. We said lots of great things about you. Keep grinding, right? Keep hard work. There's always something to learn. But you're hitting a peak at the right time. We're getting to the place where he's starting to I think it's really starting to kind of set in.
Yeah.
Who he is and what he's supposed to do.
By the way, did you see what he did at the end of that 58-yard catch when he got tackled?
I didn't see it.
He hit a few push-ups.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he hit a few push-ups saying, I should have set that guy and scored, so I'm going to do a couple of push-ups because I didn't get into the end zone.
Okay.
That's my assumption.
But
yeah, he repped out 2 or 3 push-ups. Keyshawn, you're awesome, brother. We are so proud of you.
Love that.
Hey, I think a coming out party for this guy, and just like Ace, the 1 sticker that he's going to walk away with feels like a little bit too low.
Did he only have 1 TD or 2?
He had 1.
1.
Yeah, he had 1.
Why did I have him as 2?
I don't know.
I'm giving you touchdowns when you don't get them. Apparently.
Yeah, he had the one on the slant from Zai.
Yeah.
The other one was he sat down in the zone and got a 23-yarder reception. So number 85, by the way, Carter Merritt. As we talk about him, don't say his name. Carter Merritt. You're gonna walk away with 1 sticker. Listen, here was your stat line: 5 catches for 68 yards. So it's just under a 15 yards per catch.
Yep.
Threshold for a sticker for that. For an average of 13.6, so literally just underneath. You had a TD and a long catch of 23, where our explosive mark for receptions is 25. That 23-yarder, he just sat down in the middle of the zone, got the ball from Zai, just turned up field and got it to the 10-yard line. And I think ultimately that was the drive that Ace caught his touchdown pass on.
Okay.
I believe is what that one was. So Carter, dude, this was kind of a coming out game for you. This was by far your best game of the season. We talked about it against Independence, where you got into the end zone for the first time and You kind of started to show some flashes, and now we're seeing a little bit more from this guy. And he stepped up in a big way with Michael Kennedy having gone out, so he got some more playing time and more snaps. I think also that's a reward for how hard he's been practicing.
Right.
Like the coaches have been talking about it. How you practice is going to be how you play, and practicing hard is a foundational part of the Coyotes' pyramid to success. And so, like, this is a young man who just practices hard, and so I'd love to see that is paying off in his by far best game of his career. And he's only going to continue to get more chances as he continues to work hard.
A natural athlete who understands that with any natural talent has to come like intentional hard work.
Yes,
that's what I see out of Carter all the time. Is he's a natural talent, right? It feels like it comes natural, but the reason I think it looks more natural is because the amount of work he's doing off the field, right?
Agreed.
In practices every week, he just makes it look easier and easier as the weeks pass.
Yeah, 100.
Which makes me really excited for next year. What this kid might do during the offseason in terms of development and how he might really advance. I mean, look, with some summer work, man, this kid might come back an absolute and total beast.
I agree.
That's my thought. I'm all over that. I won't back down from that. I think with some summer work, this kid comes back a totally different player.
Listen, I'm not gonna battle you on that one. But you know who is a beast right now?
Get it.
The next guy that you're going to talk about.
I get it.
Yeah, you get him. I brought in Carter. So you get to bring him in.
I talked about him at the halftime show. During the stat update during the halftime. He was everywhere. Number 11, Jaden Parker. On the offensive side, we're gonna sticker you up for your one carry of 24 yards for a touchdown.
Tutty.
Hit it. He hit it, dude. I mean, he comes around the left side of the line and just I honestly, I'll just tell you what I think because I got that play on video pretty well from the backside. I honestly feel like guys just didn't even try to tackle him. They were scared. There were a couple of guys around him, but no one touched him.
he ran through one guy, but I put a note on this, right? And so here's why there was not a whole lot of opportunity to tackle him.
Well,
because the other players receiving stickers on this play: Cash Williams, Colton Tucker, Weston Brown, Peyton Miller, Marcos Rivera, and Hayden Fleming. You guys are all going to get a sticker.
Where were they?
They were perfectly blocking.
Yeah.
Like we told you guys last week, we're watching how you block. We're watching how you work. We're watching you guys do the small things. And like I've noted that play in my mind as that game was going on. Cash pulls around the left side and seals the outside. Peyton seals I think he sealed the outside backer, and Cash sealed like the corner over there. And from there it was over. Jaden had one or two guys he had to beat, and if you're a safety, you're not bringing Jaden down one-on-one unless you're one of the best safeties in the nation.
I mean, his
it's just not happening.
His kick return kind of set the tone early. He gets a kick return, runs up on the left side of the
We're
left side of the
talking
field.
about that later.
Yeah, and
yeah,
I think
he's crazy.
I think it set the tone early. He was everywhere,
yeah.
And he was violent in every position. The guy played with a really good head. Like he just kept his head up. He kind of knew where he was supposed to go. He could see the field. Like this was a really good game out of him. I think overall
he crunched some people.
Oh, dude, the quarterback hit. That the whole crowd and I love that. I absolutely and I know you. I don't know if they hear in that moment. There's no way he hears it because all he's thinking is just kill the guy, like just run right through him. That's it, But the reality is the whole crowd reacted in that moment. Both sides.
I reacted.
I mean, it was a hit. That quarterback came up, his arm. I mean, you could tell.
Yeah, his left arm. He was holding his left arm, and credit to him. He gutted it out. He took some shots, but he gutted it out. But holy cow! And I know we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
But that's just the kind of game that like Jaden can have, and how he just affects everything around him. And so I love seeing him get some carries.
One sticker, my guy right there for that touchdown run. Incredible, dude. Just there'll be no shortage of conversation about you as we keep going.
All right, our next guy, number 4, Braden Spinks. His third game as a Coyote, his second game in a row getting a touchdown. You're going to walk away with 2 stickers on the night, brother. You had 6 catches for 63 yards for an average of 10.3 yards per reception, and you had a tutty that was an explosive play of 36 yards on a 4th and 17.
Big play.
Where I'm still not sure if I was throwing it to Braden or to Keyshawn. They were both there. I want to say he was maybe throwing it to Keyshawn, but that's this dude just taking a guess. But either way, Braden, you were like, this ball needs to be caught. I'm not letting it hit the ground, and you took ownership and went and tracked it down in a similar style to where like it brought back flashes of Jacob Emmers just saying, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win this ball down in the same end zone, by the way, that Jacob Emmers play was. I'm not saying it was a game-winning catch that Braden Spinks had, right? Like I'm not putting it on that level.
Right.
But I'm saying it was that same kind of mental fortitude that I'm gonna come down with this ball. I don't care what it takes. And so like, man, I'm excited about Spinks. Sophomore, young dude that's only getting more and more comfortable, and they're just incorporating you in more and more ways in the game plan. And so Braden, like, dude, I'm so excited to watch you play next week and our playoff run and the rest of your career for the Coyotes, dude. You have the opportunity to be an extremely special player.
Yeah.
Number 4, Braden Spinks walking away with 2 stickers.
Incredible, man. Now we're gonna switch gears a little bit here. This is a tough one. Number 5, Michael Kennedy.
White Lightning.
White Lightning does what he does, gets a catch, 44 yards, explosive play. You're gonna get a sticker. But the big news is the injury to him, having really gotten back and kind of getting his feet under him.
Dude, he was bawling.
I mean, I don't blame him. Like, look, that's
not crying. Like he's been bawling.
No, bawling out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I get you. So like he makes this catch, and you knew
he just came up weird.
Yeah, and dude, it's hard. It's hard when you fight so hard to get back, when you put the energy, effort, mentally, physically to get back into a game, back in there with your boys, back in there to contribute, right? Because you want to be a part because that's what you're built for. Michael Kennedy's built for this. He's built for it, and it's just a series of it's not. I don't even think the injury is the exact same injury. I think it's a little different, but I don't know for certain. And I got to be. We have to be careful because there's only so much we can talk about. But it's just heartbreaking. Yeah. Michael Kennedy is one of those dudes who is he's a team guy, and I hate it. I hate it for him.
We don't know the full extent of it, and it might be one of those things where if we go deep enough in the playoffs, he's able to come back healthy, kind of like he did regular season, or Rowan is looking to do. You know what I mean? Like so. Michael Kennedy, this is not going to be the last down of football you ever play in your life, man. You've got a future at the next level, dude. You are so special, brother. And like we said up top, right here, invites right here.
Let's go, buddy.
Come sit down. Right
got
here.
A space for you.
Right here. Give us some knowledge, man. Drop us with some of these things, dude. Hey, our last sticker on the offensive side of the ball. Listen, I don't know what else to name it, but the pancake dinner.
Yum 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 yum.
Man, there was it was like the IHOP bottomless pancakes last night. Obviously, we're recording this on a Friday, so last night would have been Thursday. You guys aren't going to watch this until like Sunday or Monday, depending on when your schedule allows it. But man, there was a pancake dinner, and the O linemen were feasting.
Oh yeah, dude.
Josh. You know what to do.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Listen, every O-lineman is going to get a sticker, and I've already put it in our Helmet Master sticker. But every O-lineman that played, we averaged 7.62 yards per carry as a team. We had 198 rushing yards on the day. And I can't tell you the countless times I looked on the field and saw people just being thrown down, put down into the turf. We talked about on Pharrell's long run. Dude, Peyton Miller literally put someone 4 feet deep. And then on Pharrell's run where he was like got ruled down at the 1 foot line, Peyton was literally Michael Oring somebody out the back of the end zone, like that had nothing to do with the play.
Right.
And the guy was like, Peyton, I got nothing to do with this play, brother.
He came up screaming at the ref. He's like, "Are you going to call that?" And the ref yelled back, "Call what?" He was blocking you.
Like, I saw Marcos Rivera get in some action.
God, dude,
I saw
it's
Weston
so
Brown do it. I saw Kean got a penalty for it. He literally turned and threw a dude down. Like, maybe let's not get a penalty. But, like, Colton Tucker was kind of holding some things over there. Hayden Fleming showed some violence over there as well.
Love it.
Like, every O-lineman that played, you guys are going to get a sticker for how you performed. And we're calling it the pancake dinner. Because what else does an O-lineman want but some pancakes?
Belly up, boys.
Nom, 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 nom.
It's time to feast.
All right. Hey, that's the offense.
Oh, what are we going to do now?
Let's talk about that defense.
Let's do it.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life, from no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards, to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another, and much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, well, you started us on the offensive side of the ball. Let me hit us with that defense. Woof. Number 90, Caden Banks. You snatched some souls, brother. You are going to walk away with 7 total stickers. You had 5 total tackles on the night, which was tied for second on the team. 2 tackles for a loss. 5 quarterback hurries.
Yeah, dude, we lived in the backfield.
What? And, like, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, like, I tell our stats guys, be generous. I'd rather err on, if it's close and you're like, I don't know if and you're 50-50 on a play, I tell them, err on the side of giving our dudes a sticker.
For sure.
But, bro, Caden was just chasing the dudes all night long, and there was one play where Caden comes off the right side of the line, and I didn't know if Memorial's quarterback was going to feel his presence coming and running him down or not. And fortunately for Memorial's sake, I think the quarterback sensed the presence and started running away from him towards the sideline, and Caden just chased him from the right hash mark all the way to the sideline, and the quarterback threw it away just before Caden got there. Well, Caden was going to light him up.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Caden was nasty. He was pressure all night long.
He's one of the reasons we were in the backfield all night long. I mean, I think Memorial, the film shows that they'll just throw the ball. They'll just throw the ball up, try to give their receivers a chance to make a play.
Yeah.
They'll throw a deep ball in a hurry. It doesn't matter. Like, they're just going to,
They're just trying to create quick, explosive plays.
Bombs away, give our guys a chance. They think their guys have got a better than good chance to make a play against DBs. And look, if that was their game plan coming in, they had to do it just because Caden was rushing everything. Like, he was disturbing absolutely everything, and
yes.
it was a lot of fun. He wasn't the only one. We'll talk more about some of the other guys, but man, Caden continues to play at the level that we've talked about in the past. So
yep.
We'll roll into Corday. Number 2, Corday Young. 3 stickers, Corday. 4 total tackles, a sack, a beautiful sack, a tackle for a loss, a QB hurry. I mean, look, all over the place. All over the place. Again, a dude who's physically imposing, strong, violent. Like, he's a frightening-looking individual when put in pads and a uniform. And him coming off the end there, like that sack. There's no way the quarterback. I mean, you could see it was clear. He just kind of comes on the inside, does this little move and comes in on the inside, and just straight at him. It was just straight at him. Like, at that point, quarterback knew it, and it was just like, maybe he said a prayer. I would have.
Get down. Get down drill.
It should have been a get down, but he didn't go down until Corday got there. But it was really fun to watch you, Corday. Great job. 3 stickers. Great night.
By the way, we talk about kind of the freak athleticism Corday has. We were talking with Coach Parr this week. His top catapult numbers that he has hit in his speed is 19 miles an hour. I don't know if we've said that on air before, but his top speed that he's been recorded at is 19 miles an hour. And that pick 6 return that he for a touchdown that he had last week against Denison, he hit 18.
Wow,
that's kind of silly.
Yeah,
I'd love to hit those numbers. Our next guy, number 31, Austin Crowley. Brother, you're going to walk away with 2 stickers. You had 5 total tackles, which was tied for second on the team. And then you also had a tackle for a loss. And Austin Crowley was just kind of sniffing around everywhere. And Austin, you're one of the reasons we're going to give out a team sticker at the end as well. Dude, I fully believe you are back healthy now, and our defense is so much better for it.
Yeah, for
sure. So Austin Crowley, 5 total tackles, a tackle for a loss, 2 stickers on the night, brother. And just like our offense, our defense was getting some new faces in there, some younger guys getting lots of snaps. So I kind of loved that. And so when we talk about some of these tackle numbers, they're a little bit lower than we're used to, and that's because Coach Sevier was like, dude, I want everybody just to get some playing time. If you've earned it in practice, you're going to get in there. So we got to see a lot of new faces get some, and so a little bit of numbers down, but it's all good.
By the way, Crowley is still there. AC, you could still knock somebody out of their shoes. You've knocked somebody out of their helmet. And we talked about this last stat show. We're waiting to see you knock somebody out of their shoes.
Brennan tried to knock some people just flat out last night on Thursday night.
Look, AC's great having him back. Let's talk about number 11, Jaden Parker. 7 stickers.
Yep.
Here. 7 stickers here. 7 total tackles to lead the team.
Mm-hmm.
When I came in at the halftime, he was leading the team at halftime as well.
Yep.
2 sacks.
Yes. Well, that's because you and I don't count half sacks. So it was technically a sack and a half. But we give you 2. We give you full credit.
We round up in the stat show.
It's still a sticker, whether it's a full sack or a half sack, no matter what.
So we're going to call this 2 sacks, 1 tackle for a loss, 3 QB hurries. Again, always in the backfield. I mean, him, Corday, Cash Williams. I mean, you just start listing off these guys. You know, Austin, all these guys. This is the point in the show where I've got to say, this was expected. It's expected of our team to do this kind of thing, to perform at this level. But no matter, expectations have to be met in order for it to become a reality. And they did. They met the expectations. They made this a reality. It was a nightmare for Memorial, but it was great play. And Jaden is constantly putting himself in a place to help the team do what they're supposed to do. 7 stickers here, dude. 7.
Right. I mean, we talked about it earlier. That one QB hurry on that third down play where he just threw up a prayer out to the right side, to the Memorial sideline outside the numbers, because Jaden Parker literally pile drove him to the ground.
That I cannot imagine.
Ouch.
Yeah, I can't imagine how that felt.
Ouch.
I don't want to.
I felt it up in the booth, and I didn't get hit, bro. It hurt. Our next guy, number 25, Cash Money.
Let's
Williams.
Go,
you're going to walk away with 3 stickers on the night. You had 3 total tackles, but here's kind of like you just got a little bit of, you got a little taster of everything. You know, you'll go to a buffet, and it's like, let me get a little bit of that and a little bit of this. A little bit
he went to Chili's last night, got the triple dipper. That's
I love it.
Yep, you got the triple dipper
little
last
triple
night.
dipper. You had 3 total tackles, a sack, a tackle for a loss, and a quarterback hurry.
Yes, sir.
He was just kind of like, let me try this and let me try that and a little bit of this and just a little bit of nightmare fuel, kind of like you said, just kind of sprinkling it in all night long, the little spice of it all. Cash Williams, another great game. Dude, like, continue being aggressive, continue to blow up offensive lines, continue to be the one that dictates those blocks and how those holes do or don't open up, and like don't ever allow yourself to be put on skates, brother, because you are so strong and decisive when you just make up your mind. And it's so much fun to watch because it's moments like this where I'm like, dude, Cash is just dominating. Mm-hmm. He's just doing a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So Cash Williams, 3 stickers on the night.
All right, now we're going to hit number 33, Bassett Addison.
Yeah.
Bassett, look, this kid has come onto the scene this year and is doing a really solid job from our defensive side. 2 tackles, a pass breakup. This is what you hope to see from the young guys, right?
Sure.
You want to see these guys getting in, contributing in meaningful ways, understanding kind of where Coach Severe is leading the defense,
right?
And once they start getting it, we start to see them pop up on the stat show, right? And Bassett's been one of those guys. The last 3 weeks in a row, we've talked about Bassett.
Yes.
Last 3 weeks. So Bassett, 1 sticker coming your way, right? Pass breakup. You had 2 tackles on the night. Great night. You continue to grow. You continue to develop. Again, what I would encourage you to do, like we asked a lot of these guys in the post-game interviews, was put the coach hat on. Where does Bassett need to keep growing? Where does he need to keep getting better? Because I think that you're the kind of kid who can keep pushing the stat categories. I think he's got that all over him. He is a bright spot in the future of Coyote football, in my opinion.
I agree. Get to know him now, Coyote fans, because he's going to be here for another couple of years.
For real.
I'm not going to say what they were saying in the indoor. I'm not going to give him the hard time that some of those guys were giving him. But hey, our next guy, number 1, Izzy Johnson. You're going to walk away with 1 sticker on the night. You had a pass breakup on a perfect coverage. I feel like Izzy's been. You've been in hit pockets all season long. You've been where you're supposed to be all season long, and so this one was they try to challenge you deep. Again, surprise. And you know where you were? In his hip pocket. Again, surprise. And you just you perfectly break that pass play up, and whether you officially got your hand on it to knock it down or not is irrelevant to me, because you were in such great position that the quarterback literally had nowhere to throw the ball. It was either throw it inside and just pray that you committed a pass interference penalty, or throw it outside the white lines out of bounds. Those were the only two options because of how tight of coverage you had, Izzy. So you're going to walk away with a sticker on the night for that pass breakup, brother. We see you continue to work hard and continue to be a leader in the secondary and show these young guys that we're going to talk about here in a little bit what it means to put in the work, dude. Like, keep doing that and keep showing them.
So important, right? I think, but look, this is another guy that does it. Number 10, Aiden Palmer. When I look at guys like Michael Kennedy going down with another injury and having that kind of letdown, I look to guys like number 10, Aiden, who understand what it takes to fight back time and time again. Aiden's a fighter, and he's coming back again, and this game is a great game for him. There's some moments he's going to want back, right? There's some moments we don't have to go into too much detail because he knows where it's at. But the reality is he's getting 2 stickers for this game, for 4 total tackles, a tackle for loss, and a QB hurry, because he's just that kind of player. He's a difference maker kind of player, and and that shows up on the stat line. And it's number 10, Aiden Palmer, once again showing up on the stat lines, getting more stickers, because that's Aiden. Aiden's a workhorse. He practices well, right? He gets in, he does what he's supposed to do, he understands the assignments, right? And he gets in and he goes. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody.
Yes.
Every single player on this list makes mistakes. So there's nobody that's going to beat themselves up more, probably, right, than these players. So it is what it is. Like, move on. Next game. We got a game coming up. Last home game. So Aiden's going to be that guy who, short memory, right, fix it, move on. And he's going to keep putting up these kind of numbers. Great numbers. Aiden Palmer, we have no shortage of love for you, my man.
All right, our next guy, number 17, JoJo. The Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket, let's go.
The Red Rocket. You're going to walk away with 1 sticker on the night. You had 4 total tackles, and you had a pass breakup. In that pass breakup, they tried to throw a quick out, and JoJo came flying in from his deep safety position to the line of scrimmage where the receiver, the ball hit his hands, and you just, you lay into him and just knock that ball loose. And that was one of those tone-setting plays, JoJo, where it's like he's capable of so much of this, and when he's able to kind of get that free run and lay the wood on people, he's going to take the opportunity to do that. So you had 4 total tackles, you had the pass breakup on the night, bro, and you were just kind of all around the field, all over the place, doing what you needed to do, being that back end of the defense, that back line of the zone. There were a couple of plays where I watched as we dropped back into a zone, and JoJo was kind of helping direct traffic, and Memorial had to end up just throwing the ball out of bounds because our secondary coverage was just spot on in the way they were handing off receivers and assignments from one zone to the next. And JoJo, you're a huge part of that. So continue to lead, brother. But that pass breakup, bro, you hit that dude hard, and he knew your presence. And I don't think he did very much the rest of the game, because he was like, I'm going to get hit by JoJo if I touch the ball.
I don't want
that. I don't want to see 17 coming at me. So the Red Rocket, you're walking away with a sticker.
Number 30. Look, there were several times in the game last night. I'm like, who made that hit? Who made that hit? I'd turn and ask people around me, hey, can you see who made that hit? Sometimes when we're on filming, I don't get to see the number right away. And so I'll turn and ask, who made that hit? And every time I ask that question, it was number 30. I'm like, oh, of course it was. Brennan Williams. It's Brennan Williams. Of course of course that's who it is. Brennan, you're going to get a sticker on the night, but you were tied with a 3-way tie for 5 tackles on the night, I believe.
Yes.
Second on the team. And so every time, dude, and you weren't just hitting guys, you were crushing souls. You were crushing them. There were, like I said, several hits that were
punishing.
Just, yeah, man, it was so violent, so good, and so much fun to watch. He's quickly becoming another favorite for me, just because he finishes tackles in such a violent way. A lot of fun to watch. So number 30, Brennan Williams.
Love it. Hey, the next couple of guys we're going to talk about are sophomore DBs that got some playing time tonight that I think they kind of shined a little bit and made me excited about the future of our secondary, along with a guy like Carter Mundine. But this first one we're going to talk about is number 20, Cam Warbington. Cam, you're going to walk away with 4 stickers, brother. Should have been a little bit more. You were balling out.
You might have had 2 more if he made that play.
Yeah, he's going to be the first one that's going to say, I should have had a pick 6, right? And he knew it. But either way, dude, you were right there with receivers all night long. You weren't getting beat on double moves. You weren't getting fooled. You weren't scared when you were out on an island. There was let me say this real quick: 1 tackle, 1 quarterback hurry, and 3 pass breakups for your 4 stickers. Obviously, you had the one early in the game that their first offensive possession that you felt like could have been a pick 6, and then there was another play where they literally ISO'd Cam on one side of the formation and moved everybody else away and just said, we're going to pick on number 20, Cam Warmington. And Cam, you had perfect position. They throw the ball in there, and you just you knock that ball away perfectly as it comes in. Like, that is textbook coverage. And like, dude, if this is like the glimpses of the potential within you, all I can say is, like we've said before, man, keep working hard because you have such a high ceiling ahead of you if you continue to put in the work.
Man, I hope that player. I do. I like that guy, man.
I hope this game against Memorial fuels that fire to say, oh, this is a taste of what I can be. And so let me keep working. Cam, 4 stickers on the night, brother. I can't wait to dap you up when I see you at the indoor this week, man. Great performance.
All right, man, we're going to jump into Zaire Franklin. You're going to get a sticker, a tackle, and a QB hurry on the night. Another young guy coming in, making big plays, doing what we're looking for, right? Being that kind of player that's gonna make a disruption in the offense's game. Again, Zaire Franklin, you're going to get one. Number 27, coming in making some great plays.
Yeah, he's another one. He's that other sophomore cornerback tandem that we had so much fun watching. And then our last individual sticker on the defensive side of the ball is going to go to number 32, Chris Banks. The Banks is getting in here.
Getting in there.
No relation, but Chris Banks, you had 1 tackle, including a tackle for a loss. You got in there towards the end of the game and got some run and some play in there, dude. And you were playing with some ferocity, and you were flying around.
Ooh, ferocity.
Ferocity.
Woo, I like it.
You're gonna get the tackle for a loss is gonna get you that sticker, brother. That was incredible to watch you fly around last night. And that'll bring us to our final defensive sticker.
We've been giving this out quite a bit this year.
This one is.
I know this. It's not good to have air on a video podcast of any kind where there's just not a lot of talk. But look, we call this sticker running on a treadmill.
And they were literally running on a treadmill.
13 rushing yards. 13.
That's the yards, not the attempts. That's yards.
On 21 attempts.
Hang on.
Now,
that's less rushing yards than attempts.
Typically, we give this stat the other way, right? We give the number of attempts, then the yards. But we're having to do a little backwards. 13 yards on 21 attempts for an average of 0.
I typed out 0.
0.590909091. There's just nothing else to say. That's their yard. Their yards per carry start with a 0 point.
we couldn't even round that up to 0.6 of a yard per carry.
No, that would be too easy. It's so much better to say.
But we can't because 0.590 doesn't allow me to round up. The 0.590 keeps it where it's at. 0.590909090.
We're always rounding our guys up, always rounding them down. Bottom line, no apologies necessary.
That was silly, man.
That was crazy.
That's up there with some of the craziest things. The only other crazier stat line for running on a treadmill we've ever given up to the defense was the literal "you shall not pass."
Oh, my favorite.
The Gandalf, Gandalf one.
My absolute favorite sticker of all times.
When that was our Death Squad year, if I'm correct.
It was.
When our state championship Death Squad defense literally held the other team to negative yards rushing.
Negative.
This is the second best rushing yards performance that we've had as far as limiting the number of yards that I can remember of a Coyote defense. 13 rushing yards on 21 attempts that's crazy work.
Yeah, it's good. It's great work, and you guys are all going to get a sticker for that, man. That's just silly. Just silliness.
Come on now.
All right, let's transition. Let's get out of defense and let's go and talk some special teams.
Come on now.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, we offer banking solutions to help you through any season of life, from no-fee checking to our mobile app for easy on-the-go banking. From instant issue, tap-to-pay debit cards, to click switch, used to quickly, securely transition automated payments and direct deposits from one account to another, and much more. For your family, for your business, come home to Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, well, we're back. Do a little special teams work.
A little bit of it.
Talk about some extra points.
A little bit of it.
You want to talk about our crew? Or you want me to?
Yeah, you do it.
All right,
I read off their names last time. You
all
do
right,
it this
so
time.
we got Dez, right?
Yep.
Whose name we've spelled wrong forever. We got Cash Williams, Weston Brown, Ace Traylor, Jaden Parker, Corday Young, Hayden Fleming, Marcos Rivera, Peyton Miller, Colton Tucker, and Quan. I'm not doing it to him.
Do it to him.
No,
Do it
I
to
told
him.
him I wouldn't. Quan, I am a man of my word.
Walter.
Everybody else does it to you. I'm not doing it to you. It may be your name, but Quan, that's what you are to me. Quan Young. Extra point unit. They're going to get a whole sticker. They're going to each get a sticker. They're not going to get one to share.
You guys get to split one sticker 11 ways.
No, you'll each get a sticker for your performance. Great job, guys. As a whole, as a unit, doing what we ask you guys to do.
Yeah. Hey, our next sticker is going to go to number 7, Ace Traylor, and number 19, Israel Armijo. You're going to get a sticker for that big tackle on the botched snap by Memorial when they tried to punt the ball that gave us the ball at about the 10-yard line with just over a minute to go in the first half. I think it was like a minute 30 or something like that to go in the first half. And botched snap, and Ace and Izzy, you guys didn't give up on the play. You made sure that punter just had to kind of eat it and couldn't get any kind of punt off at all. And so, listen, we recognize those plays, and Ace and Izzy, man, we've talked about them the last couple of weeks about how they just are winning football players, and they both have a spirit of competitiveness that won't allow them to quit, and they're just always going to strive for excellence. Mm-hmm. And those dudes just making those plays, man.
Well, look, we got Jaden Parker, number 11 again.
Yeah.
Number 11, Jaden Parker, getting another sticker. Great opening kickoff return for 44 yards. I talked about it already a little bit at the top of the show. Again, very deserving, Jaden. This is the kind of stuff that makes you an invaluable part of any team you're going to be a part of, whether it's the Coyotes or in college. You're going to be the kind of guy that just will do whatever it takes to help your team succeed. And what a great return.
Yeah.
Way to set the tone early. You just took that ball, whoop, went around, took advantage of the coverage, and 44 yards later, they're like, what is happening?
Almost had a chance to house it, just half a foot out of bounds, like half your foot stepped out of bounds.
It was so close. I heard the whistle, and I thought, no.
Yeah.
No, man, but it was a great run back. Great job, Jaden. We said a lot about you already, but you get another sticker, and it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, hey, our last stickers for the night, because for the record, Dez's 73-yard kickoff that he had was wide left of the uprights. It did not split them. I know people's angles want to be different, but it did not split them. So we can't give him a kickoff field goal sticker. No, hey, number 20, Cam Warbington, and number 10, Aiden Palmer. You guys are both going to get a sticker for that punt return that Jaden Parker had a little bit later in the half. You worked your way back on those blocks to set a nice wedge for him that allowed him to return the ball up to, I think, the other side of the field to the 49-yard line. And so we see that hustle and you guys working your way back to set a wedge. So number 20, Cam Warbington, and number 10, Aiden Palmer. You guys are going to walk away with one special team sticker each. Great work on the night. And, hey, that's all of it.
That's all of it. Hey, on the back end,
come on.
Before we talk about the upcoming game,
okay,
I'm gonna tag this in the menu so maybe people will see it or not. Let's talk a little bit about realignment, because that's going down this week.
Is that what you're over there looking at?
I was checking because they're updating numbers all the time.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about realignment. A lot of people have questions around realignment.
Well, real quick. This is snapshots.
Yeah.
So this isn't official yet.
And that's
go ahead.
And that's the first thing that we need to make sure to remind everybody. We don't know where the thresholds are going to be, because it all depends on what the snapshots look like. So it's today, snapshot day. Every school district's required to send in their numbers, right? And
Yeah.
then the UIL takes all that data, and then they create these thresholds, attendance thresholds, to divide everything up, to realign, make districts and all those things, regions and all that stuff, based on what data they're receiving. I'm glad I'm not in the room for that. I know our coaches wouldn't mind being in the room for that. But numbers are coming in all over the place. And, we had some notable ones earlier that we were looking at. We had Salina come in at 1520. Lovejoy finally reported. They reported 1493.
So both of those will be 5A D2 schools.
D2 schools. Nevada, which we kind of thought might come up into D2, reported 1488. So there's a chance that they come up. Frisco Panther Creek, which we thought might do some work, 1352.
Yes.
So you've got 3 of those schools that are coming in at a place where you're thinking, okay, yeah. In terms of divisions, we kind of know where it will take it would take some dramatic shifting of the thresholds for those schools to not end up in that division.
Well, and so a lot of the conversation early is Let me pull this up because we're going full bore on this, right? And I think this is good. I think this is fun to talk about. Here are the projected cutoffs for for where we would be at. 6A would be kind of right around that 2270 mark, right? 5A would be somewhere in that like 1315 to 2275 range, 2270 range, wherever 6A cuts off.
Yep.
But that can go lower because here's the thing that people don't realize, and the UIL actually tweeted this out, how they go about their entire process, and so you can go and read that. But here's what they say about conference makeup. Conference 6A shall consist of a minimum of 220 schools and a maximum of 250 schools participating in football, not including schools to opt up to 6A. So before any schools decide to opt up to 6A, meaning they have 5A numbers, but they're going to opt up to 6A to play in the same district as their other district counterparts, like Fort Worth schools do this.
And there are several that do it. Yeah.
And so there are several. So before that ever happens, there will be between 220 and 250 6A schools. And so the UIL will go through and say, we have to get to at least 220 schools to make 6A up.
Yeah.
And so they will go down and say, our 220th school has 2,242 students. That's the cutoff mark, right? And so like the all of this right now is just kind of giving us a checkup and a check-in, and it allows us to have better, more informed answers when December starts rolling around. And then true like conference and district realignments will come out, I believe it's February 2nd of 2026 is when we'll get those new conferences. But it looks like Salina will move up. Panther Creek will most likely move up. Community is going to move up.
And let's talk about the big bubble team. On the bubble, right there, if 2279, 2275 stays the number for 6A and above, like 6A.
Yeah.
Then you've got Melissa having reported 2204.
Yeah, and so Melissa will either be a large school, like one of the largest 5A D1s, or they're going to go in as one of the smallest 6A schools, right? So they're going to be on that bubble. They're going to climb up and out of that 5A D2 realm, no matter what the numbers end up being at. And all accounts so far, and what most people are projecting is that those numbers will actually fall from like that 2275 mark to maybe closer to that 2200 even, or a little bit below that. And then Walnut Grove is going to skip 2 divisions. And they've got like, I tweeted it out from our network account. They've got like 2470 or something like that they have reported. So they are firmly going to be in 6A. The new Prosper Richland School is reporting about 1,800.
1796 to be specific.
Yep. So they're going to be right in the middle of if they're going to be a 5A D1 or a 5A D2.
Yep. They'll be right there on that cusp.
Yeah. And so Snapshot Day is like, it's fun.
It is fun.
You and I are kind of like nerdy in that way. We like to see what's going on.
As of right now, Anna's numbers haven't been reported, so we don't know where we sit. I think I've got a pretty good idea where I think we sit in terms of, I think we're good where we're at, and I think that we'll stay right exactly where we are at this point. But it'll be interesting to watch and see how all these numbers come in and how they follow up. I'm still looking at towns that we used to have rivalries against, Van Alstyne, things like that, and just because I'm interested, and they haven't reported yet, or it hasn't come in that they've reported their numbers that hadn't gotten out. But
I'm pretty sure if Van Alstyne is currently a 4AD2, so they might bump to 4AD1.
Yeah, Salina came in at 1520.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that ends up working out. Obviously we won't get into too much of that detail.
We don't. Yeah,
there's a lot going on around Salina right now that we don't want to touch. But yeah, I mean, Frisco Panther Creek at 1352. These are the schools that that have been in our purview. We've talked about or had some kind of conversation around in our life. Decatur, a couple years ago, we had some of them. Some of those good games that they reported 1147. So I'm just saying that a lot of these teams aren't probably going to be creeping in to our world. If anything, we continue to push up and out, and we'll be joining the ranks of some of these larger schools here pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll be somewhere on the cusp of a large 5AD2 or potentially a 5AD1 pushing that one.
Yeah.
But if we don't, we'll see schools like Salina and Panther Creek once again on the schedule.
Yep.
And then let me real quick read this. So I read the 6A. Here's conferences 2A through 5A. So 2A through 5A, it shall consist of a minimum of 200 schools to the best extent possible, such that the enrollment ratio in grades 9 through 12 between the largest school and the smallest school in that conference is approximately 2.0. So there's a potential that the smallest school and the largest school could have a 2.0 multiplication factor difference. So all of that is just like that's how they help kind of draw the guidelines, but they're going to aim to have a minimum of 200 schools. They cap 6A at 250. They don't cap 5A at 250. So just understand, like there's a lot of wiggle room that's going to happen between now and December when schools have to fully report.
Yeah.
And like it's no secret there's going to be schools that magically have lower numbers in December than they have right now.
It's all over the place on X right now. There's schools that somehow reported 200 less students than than another number, and it's just people are like, if that holds, if that's real, if that happens, like first of all, how does it happen? There's lots of rumors floating around about another school up in our region that are gonna have about 225 less than what they had this year in a growing community without opening any new schools. There's some suspect numbers out there, and people are paying attention because It's Texas, folks.
Yeah.
And Texas loves its football. And more than that, they love a good football controversy. And so
Always.
If people are reporting weird numbers, like drastically weird numbers, if you're in a growing community and all of a sudden your high school loses 200 in its overall reporting number, there's questions. And I think people have the right to question.
There's one school in the state of Texas that reported 700 less students on this than they did last year. 700 less, and they opened no new schools. So either that community is just dying, or something's happening.
That's a significant cut. Lots of homeschoolers in that community.
Now listen, like we'll have fun with some of these numbers as they continue to come out, but I think that's a good talking point there, Phil. This is something that you and I watch closely, and we'll kind of get a little bit of a peek and an idea, and then it kind of depending on who moves in, who moves out, if they can't kind of keep a North Texas Central district, or if we get pushed towards some East Texas schools kind of east of us, or where we go.
These last 2 years, we've enjoyed a really nice schedule in terms of travel.
Yeah.
A lot of
more than
teams,
30-40 minutes away.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard. Like we've been really fortunate in that regard. Lots of teams end up traveling very far for games. There's some teams that travel like 2 hours to some of their games, and sometimes further depending on which districts we're talking about. I know the last time we did the snapshot and the redistricting and realignment stuff, there were people like, why do I have to drive 2.5 hours for a game? Like, this is crazy, And it is what it is. Texas is a big state.
Yep.
It's an impossible job.
There is potential that we could have a schedule like that, and I'll tell you, a couple of schools as you go out towards, if we get put in like an east in a district with some more east teams. There's some good golf courses along the way to some of those east schools.
Hey, I see what you're going there.
I may stop and grab a round of golf as I go out there for basketball games. I'm just saying, every now and again, I find if it's a nice day, we might leave a couple hours early, get a little golf in there. So I'm just saying, it could be a good trip. But this will be fun to watch as we go. But listen, our regular season's not quite over yet.
Nope.
We got one home game left.
Got one home game left.
We welcome in the Liberty Redhawks to the Fun Zone next Thursday, November 6th.
And we get a 7:30 kickoff.
7:30.
None of this 7 o'clock stuff.
6:30 Coyote Walk.
6:30 Kyle Walk, 7:30 kickoff, 5:30. What are we going to do?
We're going to tailgate.
We're going to tailgate. Come out, hang out with some good people, get some good food, come celebrate the Coyotes, watch the Kyle Walk. It happens at 6:30, and then make sure you're in the stadium ready to be loud, ready to be proud at 7:30 because it's a big one. Last final home game.
It's the last home game of the 2025 season. Last time you get to see this team at home don those purple jerseys or the black ones, depending on what Coach Parr decides to pull out. I don't know what he'll do.
I don't try to predict it.
We'll see what he pulls out. Listen, that's a great stance to have. But it's the last home game, so come out and
speaking
be
of
loud.
controversy, whoo, boy, those black jerseys, they get some people fired up.
I like the black jerseys.
They get and I get it.
like
you know, Anna's purple, right? That's the main
Cool.
color. That's
Yeah.
the primary, and they get mad about the black because black's not our color.
And that's why we wear a primary amount of purple in the majority of our home games.
Right.
And sometimes you can get a secondary color out there.
I mean, come on,
It's all good in the
Yeah,
hood.
that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe and like. That just helps the reach of
And remind a
this
friend,
videos.
it's free.
Yeah.
It costs nothing to subscribe, right? It's
Yeah.
an easy thing, costs you nothing, supports our channel, supports our work, not monetarily necessarily, but it does make sure you get the information in a timely manner. And so we would really encourage you to subscribe, enable your notifications.
Yep.
Right? Hit that bell that's next to that
Ding.
next to that and share the love.
And as always, go Coyotes on 3.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Go Coyotes.